Hi y'all. Hello collective. I'm here. The room I was playing Cyberpunk. Again, I made a new character, so I was dealing with that. I am not naked, I am on a tube top, just in case anybody out here is watching and feels some type of way. Today, I'm going to do all signs for January. Now, the last time I recorded a video, I didn't upload it because it was a video. That's not why I didn't upload it. It was a video for all signs, just in general. And the editor that I used literally deleted the whole entire video. So I guess you could say I was discouraged. But yeah. So that's that. All of a sudden, I cannot spell. Wow. Okay. So my New Year's resolution is to just do what the fuck I want to do without dealing with anybody and their. So I smoke cigarettes. I vape. I smoke cigarettes. All my vapes are literally in my bag right now. They're quite delicious, actually. May stop. If they were that delicious, I'd be smoking them, right? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with Aries. Honestly, I'm kind of weird at doing this, as you can see from my previous videos. Don't pay attention to that fire alarm. I took the cover off because, well, one of the candles in here was going ape shit, like literally a year ago, and I still haven't put that thing back on there. Yeah, so I haven't gone live. That'll be like my favorite thing ever. But my thing is, people just don't want to talk to me and hear the things I have to say. They want to see me read a card. And I'm just like, sometimes I'm not into that. Sometimes I don't feel like doing that. Sometimes I just want to talk about the signs or other metaphysical things. Or things I'm seeing in the world that weird me out. Social stuff, like weird things that go on in the media with celebrities and stuff. People laugh. Why my back hurts? Couldn't tell you. This is the most ergonomically correct chair ever. I've been having like back problems lately. It's pretty bad. I showed the blade's killing me. Okay, so we're gonna start with Aries. And it's gonna be a short reading. It's not gonna be like a whole comprehensive reading for the whole entire month. I know a lot of people do that, but I feel like maybe one day I'll get into these in-depth readings, do them individually. Yeah, perhaps. All right, so I'm using, it just says a 78 card deck with keywords because I haven't read in a while. I do my own personal reading sometimes, but it's not really often. I kind of feel off. Mostly I'll be watching a movie and I feel like shuffling, so I will shuffle. All right. Spirit and ancestors, please help me get a reading here for Aries, or tap into their energy is what I really meant to say. All right. So in the month of January, if you're not already in a relationship, you will be. Or you'll find somebody that you, like, I'm not going to say find somebody that you're interested in dating, but find somebody that's worthy of your standards. I'm going to say that right now. Financially, you're doing pretty well. You know, you're not no rich motherfucker, but you got, you know what I'm saying, like, things are in place. I feel like I don't know, you're ghosting a lot of, I mean, that's not exactly like something Aries don't do. And then your energy here, it's the 8 of Cups. With that, yeah, it's not like you're ghosting people. But you are readjusting what you accept in your energy. And I feel like that's what leads to finding somebody that you can call your own, like, person. Like, you can call your person. You know, people call them person. It doesn't necessarily have to be, because it doesn't really indicate that it is anything that's romantic here. But at the same time, it's like, it could be you and yourself. It could be you finding peace within yourself. You finding confidence within yourself. Because cutting certain energies off, you know, allow for other things to come in. And I feel like you're finally figuring out what it is. Yeah, you're moving forward, figuring out what it is you want to be and being exactly that. So I feel like if you're doing this whole, you know, New Year's resolution thing, probably trying to say here that everything that you're trying to figure out and everything that you're trying to do, just go ahead and do that. Don't just say it, do it. Because you're transforming yourself into the person that you dream of being. Yes. Yes. It's going to take a lot to cut off all of these people, all of these energies, jobs, what have you, whatever it is you have to do with that. But that's advice that I would have to have like a 2-part series on, because when I tell you, like, I've gotten to the point where I think a lot of people stop fucking with people or stop talking with people, and they feel like, if this is a word, obligatorily connected to those folks. Like, you have to speak to them because you see them every day, or you have to talk to them because they do this and they do that. And you don't have to do anything. That's just the sort of thing you have to stop doing. That's how, I don't know, that's how I found myself. I realized that nobody on this planet has control over me, and I have no control over anything else, and I don't have time for that. So the choices I make are the choices I fucking make, regardless of the consequences or the benefits. Like, it's me or me. There's nobody else. Like, I'm my own deity. I rule myself. Well, no, spirit rules myself, but you know what I mean. As a divine human, sometimes you have to take the initiative to say, you know what I'm saying, step away from that. May hurt, but it's necessary. So here we go. Now we're moving on to Taurus. Taurus, expect is January coming up. I guess that just wants to be out. Right off the bat, you have the world in reverse. In reverse, I feel like and then you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like you've done something, I'm not gonna say deplorable. You've done something that has offended someone, something. You've done something. What I want to say is you played stupid games and won stupid prizes, and it's making you just, you're kind of locking yourself away. Just turning you into a fucked up person. I don't know what you did or what happened or what direction you took that kind of fucked someone up or fucked the other. It's reading like, I don't know. It's giving me very much confusion. Let me get into this and clarify. Ooh. Almost threw cards all over the, you know. You're trying to heal from something. It's just not going the way you needed to go. You're spending too much money. You're spending too much money on something. Or you're doing too much. Like you're you know how people, like if you're in the town that I'm in, we all drink. A lot of us have some serious drinking problems, but I mean, it's nothing to judge about. Like we all got the grip, but like it's not money being spent on things like clothes and cars and shit. It's like you're spending too much money on things that are helping you escape. You want, you desire independence. Like you really, really want to do something on your own. You feel it's not a trap. It's like you just feel like you just kind of want to get the fuck on, you know. Perhaps in January that'll happen for you. Let's clarify this here. I need you to get out of the mindset that, like I just said, the semblance of control. Yeah, escapism. I just said this. We're looking at the Eight of Cups once again, on top of the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like maybe, yeah, in January I feel like you might figure out what lights your fucking fire and do that, because I'm feeling like, kind of like how I'm feeling like when you get into, like, let's say I was working at a factory job for a long time and it feels like, yeah, you're making all this fucking money, but like then my goal is not to be a leader here. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it stops there. And that's what I define dead end jobs like you just no other place you finna go. Like, but where the fuck you are now. So looking at this, I'm feeling like you gotta figure out your own shit. Like you do what you want to do. Figure out what you want to do and do that. Don't, whatever the fuck you're doing right now is making you very upset. Like you got into a lot of shit. You're doing A, B, and C. It's working for you, but you stuck. You don't want to be stuck though. Like you're creating a plan, but like, okay, emotionally you're stuck in the situation that you're stuck in. Like that's what's causing you to be stuck really ultimately. Here's the thing. Draw it back. Take your emotions out of it and figure out things logically. Because you can't be emotional about some things. I try to tell people that shit all the time. Like, emotion has nothing to do with a lot of fucking struggles we go through. Like, it's like, sometimes you have to step back from the emotion that clouds our judgment anyway and fucking make a decision based off of some sort of logical thought. Like, you can't always be emotional about stuff. It's you die. You die out here in these streets staying like that or just operating like that. It's not, it sounds so cruel. It does, but sometimes you gotta take yourself out of shit. Like, you don't always belong in a thought process or a situation or something like that, especially if it has nothing fucking to do with you. Figure out your shit. Like, I do this shit all the time. Like, bro, I don't have anything to do with certain people's issues or things like that. You know, they live, I live. We all take our own paths. Oh, this right here. Girl, there's like 3 whole cards, and the way they were angled is so dark under my desk, I wouldn't have seen them. Hold on. Just make sure. Because I've done that. I had a card missing out my deck for a while and didn't even realize it was missing until one day I found it on my desk. When I moved my desk, I found a tarot card and a whole oracle deck. Just under there. Chilling. Alright, so we're gonna move on to Gemini. The twins. Woo! I'm getting real spicy. Spirit in here working on me. That's what happens sometimes once I get to read it. There's no reason I should be this hot. Not one reason at all. Ooh, Gemini. Okay. I need to get some clarification before I open my damn mouth. you really want to get cuffed, cuff somebody down. But the problem is, you need to figure out who you are. It's kind of like the same path when I'm trying to figure out who I am, because you attract what the fuck. Like, you attract exactly what you're sending out. So I done ran into a lot of situations where, give me a second, because this is irritating. Shut up. Hey. Fam. Anyway. I don't know. Charger was messed up. Something's going on. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're putting out there what you're putting out there is what you're going to attract, essentially. So it's like, I feel like more of it's geared toward lust. And if it's geared towards lust and you don't handle, I don't know, that energetic part of you, that's what you start attracting. And it's almost like, here's the moon. It's almost like that mindset. You're not saying that. Like, you're not putting that out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're speaking it, but it's being read. If you catch my drift, like, it's being read. Universally, it's being read. You're not even being honest with yourself about it. But if that's what you desire, that is something that you're going to have to manifest, but you're going to have to put the right energy towards that. You can't, you know what I mean? I'll sit there and think that I'm cool. I know what I want. I know this and that. But you also may not be ready for it, because we are pulling queens here. I don't see no empress or no emperor. So it may not be something that you're prepared for, right? And I feel like you might be a little insecure about that. I don't know. Things come when they're ready to come. Things come when they're very much ready to come, and I think you need to focus on, I don't know, what was that last card I pulled? Your confidence. You need to work on that. You need to work on doing what it is that you like or what you need to do, but like, not because people are watching you do it, but because you want to do it. Because I feel like you're in a mode of attention seeking. You feel like you're doing it for the gram all the time, and it should just be your own personal journey. Feel me? Like, it's not for everybody else. Like, you don't need to be looked at. Like, you doing what you need to do does not have to be about the next person watching. It's weird. It is. That's weird. I don't know, the word juxtaposition is in my head. Damned if you do. Damned if you don't hurt if you do. Yeah, that could be a thing. But you gotta accept both. You gotta accept both. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of the way I operate. Like, it's me as a person, I get a lot of flack for every fucking thing I do sometimes. And it's just like, I already tell people, this is exactly who the fuck I am. And it's just not going to change because you feel uncomfortable. That's just not going to be a thing. That's never going to be a thing. It ain't for 2023. It's for, like, until I fucking die. And even still, I'm about to negotiate. Like, I feel like haunting your house is being loud. It just won't be that. You know. You are the key holder, man. Alright. We are moving on to, I just pulled that. Didn't you think about it? Cancer. The crib. The crib. The food stamps with the crib. I'm kidding, Cancer. Don't listen to me. I'm weird. Ooh. Right off the bat, I feel like something that hurts you is driving you to do things because you are thinking differently now. Also, So I'm looking at 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands. Okay. They got the 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, something's fucking you up. This is making you put yourself into your work pretty heavily. But it's also making you real tight emotionally. Real tight, like meaning you kind of tight-lipped with things you want to express. Just lots you're not talking about. You're depressed, basically. Like you're going through depression. Exactly. You got the Queen of Swords in reverse once again, and she is talking about being overly emotional. Okay, so let's do the Knight of Wands. Yeah, here. In between those two, you got the 2 of Swords upright. So it's like, as hard as you're working, there's an indecision with something. Like it's almost like me. Like I don't know what I want to do artistically sometimes, and I figure, you know, it's the one that's heaviest. But at the same time, whatever you're actively trying to accomplish at the forefront is probably what it is you need to be doing. So the indecision is quite unnecessary, considering the fact that I just pulled, damn, a 7 of Cups. Which 7s are, it's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the point of figuring it out still. And then when you get into like the 8s, it's more of a manifestation. Like we're doing what we need to be doing now. So the 7s are kind of like in between a conflictual 5 and you trying to figure out. I'm going to stop talking now because I feel like I'm getting confusing, but there are opportunities there. But the choices, you're suspended in between the choices. Like you're suspended in a place where you're trying to figure out what it is I really want to do. And if I get into this particular thing, will I be allowed to do this particular thing? And the answer is very much yes, because there's too many opportunities over here. But here's the thing, you're going to have to do the shit. Like, we're stuck in the deciding process when we're not doing anything. And I should know, because I do the same exact procrastinating. I do the same exact, oh my God, what should I do with this? And I'll wait until the pressure is so high. And then I feel like that is where I excel. But at the same time, you don't excel there at all. You have to do. That's just how you are. I ain't gonna say nothing because you a hermit. Like, you're not a hermit, you just... I mean, yes, you're very much a hermit. Like, you're not... Because who I'm talking to right now knows who I'm talking to right now. And it's the 3 of Cups in reverse, and it's pretty much you're just isolated. Like, and that could be a good thing, and it also can, yeah, see, you'll figure it out. Because now you got... I don't know why I can't look at... They look funny. So it's the 4 of Cups in reverse. And you'll figure out what it is you want to go for. It's almost like how I am. Like, if I'm sitting here playing this video game and there's a part I can't get past, there's sometimes where I'll just shut the whole thing down and say, forget it. Because I'm the type of person where I'm going to try all day to get something done and just never really ever get frustrated with it. But there are times where I don't even try to get to the point where I'm going to be frustrated or irritated or anything like that. I will shut it down. Like, fuck this, I can't get past this mission, doom, cut it off. And that's, I don't like that part of myself. When have I ever been that person? You know what I mean? Kind of like that. Like, you gotta figure out... Just, it ain't something that I'm gonna say you got to do, really. Because it'll come to you. whatever you're really just actively doing, whatever you're really just more focused on is pretty much the path that you need to take. The self-doubt is not going to help you in any way. But I will tell you, the deciding, the figuring out, the fixing, stop, you gotta, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I've already said this once before. It might have been in that other reading. It might have just been in the general reading. But I've said it. Alright, moving on to Leo. I had to get them lined up over here, because girl, I don't know. You're over there. Yeah. There's some music playing. I'll get some little, you know, to the lovers. Here we go. Because I feel like I did a reading a while ago when they were saying the same exact thing. No. Sometimes cards slide out and I just pick them up for the hell of it. I need to stop doing that because it's almost like they lean a certain type of way. It's like, put it back. You fighting with your girlfriend, boyfriend. No, you ain't fighting with nobody. That's your inner turmoil. Okay, let me clarify, because you have the Two of Wands here. Okay, so it's almost like okay, strength. You are literally creating a screenplay. Like, you are literally writing a script. You are literally strategically trying to figure out how you're going to get with this person. So every little situation, you plan little bitty tiny things. It's almost like, oh, you want to go get some coffee in between, you know, our lunch breaks. That makes no sense. On our lunch break and stuff like that. And then the next time you get into a situation where maybe y'all go and have a couple little drinks, and then next thing you know, like it's almost like you have a whole and I have the audacity to realize it, right? Okay. This is a past relationship. This ain't a person that you know. You fucked that shit up on your own. It's like you get so in love and you start doing certain things that it almost makes you make dumb choices. Like, it's wanting to have a relationship but not knowing how to be committed. That is perfectly fine. It happens to the best of us. What I want to say to you is you're going to have to figure it out, because the way you're setting this up is it's like the healing process hasn't happened yet, and you're trying to get back with someone who hasn't fully healed from anything else. You are just being a lonely person and trying to figure out the best way to get this person the fuck back. But in the end, it's almost too fast. So, I mean, yeah. So you have like the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is basically chill. Like, chill out. Like, you're fine. Whoever it is, you can leave alone for a while. Let that shit, plant the seed and let it grow. If it doesn't grow, it's because nobody's nurturing it. But do not rush it. Do not make it seem like, hey, this is what we need to do, like, right now. Because what you think you want is not really what you want right now. So give it some goddamn time and let this person mature how they mature, and let you mature how you mature. because it's giving me very much lust. It's not really giving me love. Like, the lovers are there, but it's like a twin flame type of situation. Like, y'all have not learned to be with each other or with yourselves. Y'all don't know how to be fucking alone. Honestly, really, that's basically what that reading's telling me. So take some time to yourself, and please don't be rushing into a relationship, especially with your goddamn ex. Because when we blindly try to do shit sometimes, especially when it comes to love, we forget the part that made us not with that person in the first place. Trust me. Anything I'm talking to you about, I'm speaking from goddamn experience, because I've been there, still there. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect person, so, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it to rush back into an already failed relationship. It's, come on, no. There's reasons that y'all not together. There's reasons that you're not really attracted to anybody else, because the universe is telling you that you need to figure out self first, and that's always kind of the deal. It's when you get put into a position that you didn't ask for, didn't try to be in, that's the universe putting you there. You need to be there. You need to sit down. You need to relax. It's crazy, because I've been trying to tell this one individual that hard-headed, make it ficky. It's alright. Alright, going on to Virgo. Beyonce's. Oh. Ew. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Alright. Okay, card. Jesus Christ. Let me clarify this, because there's always some pursuit cards that be like telling the whole story, but you can't really tell the whole story like that. Like, it gives you like, once I put on time in it, far away. Alright. Ooh. You got Death in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. Death in reverse. Staying in a passionate relationship, a passionless relationship, or you're staying in a passionless situation because you're afraid that if you say fuck that, your world's going to come crumbling down. Let it go. Let it fucking go. Just saying, this is the Five of Wands, girl. Seven of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse. We gonna have to admit to not feeling it. You're gonna have to say the shit. Let me weigh this against the Tower moment. It's burdensome any fucking way. Just let it go, bro. And then you got the motherfucking Five of goddamn Cup. Fam. Let that shit go. Like, just let it go. Like, just let it go. There's nothing else to say to you. There's no advice I can give you. Walk the fuck away, fam. Because you just gonna be looking like this. Like, trying to figure out where, like, you're tired. Are you getting cheated on? Are you cheating? Or something happening? Was that the energy? No, the fuck it wasn't. What was the energy on the bottom of the fucking deck? Because there's other opportunities out there for you. There's other opportunities out there for you. There's nothing else I have to say to you, Virgo. That shit was cut and dry. Like, get the fuck up out that situation. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how financially fucked up it's gonna be when you leave. I don't give a fuck if you ain't got no car, no house, no nothing. Go. You got opportunities elsewhere. You can figure it the fuck out. You're fucking Virgo. Come on, bro. Y'all are the most orderly, figuring it out in this ass people in the sign, really. And then, like, if you're in a situation, it's clear as day, because y'all motherfuckers, when y'all shut down. You were some Aries. Like, it's... Feel me? Alright, so we're going to start talking about Libras. my friends clock me on that. Libras are the scales. I'm just like, aren't Virgos the scales? Because I feel like they're most balanced of all the zodiacs. I never met a Libra balanced. I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe it's just like kind of like knowing them. I never met that in my life. Let's see. Oh, somebody's telling me to shuffle one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have some music or something in the background. An intro. Something. You hear my very favorite band of bikers out here making all this noise. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about that right now. So the train is literally like 4 streets away, but I live next to, I was about to say an army reservation, an army base, and it goes like this around the base and then it goes back over to the next street. So it's loud as fuck right here in this corner. This 8 of Cups just be like, so you got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You have Judgment upright, 8 of Cups upright. All right. This is reading like a job we're not finna be doing anymore. It's something we don't want to fucking do. We just, you know, 10 of Wands in reverse. You're literally doing too much. But at the same time, this makes no fucking sense, but I'm gonna try to make it make sense. You're doing too much, but at the same time, you're not. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. Like, you're doing everything, but you're not doing anything at all. Which could sound like I was talking about earlier. You could be working this job, and I mean, you're busting your ass and you're doing 50 million fucking things. Period. But where are you going with that? At the end of the day, when you go home, how do you feel? Do you feel satisfied with that? Or do you just feel like you worked hard all fucking day? Feel me? That's the mindset that we're in right now. You need to go do something. You need an adventure. You need an adventure. And there's opportunities in that adventure. It's kind of like, exhale. That's the word I'm going to use. Exhale. But that's the truth of that's the nothing. That's the nothing that you're doing. There's the truth of the matter. There's something that you need to be trying to do with that. Stop, because I'm starting to sound like a dumbass. Okay, so there's a nothing. When you're doing everything and nothing, you're doing everything, but you're doing nothing to change the fact that you're doing everything. You're lying to yourself. Literally. You don't have any faith that the situation is going to change at all. Like, you're just going to keep it just how it is, but you're going to lose your fucking mind and say that right now. So, yeah, exactly. It's going to create more problems for you to just not do what the fuck and say what the fuck than it is to not. Well, what did I just say? Not do what the fuck and say what the fuck than it is to just not speak. I meant that. I said what I said. I mean, speak on it. Okay, you understand what I said. And speak. If you speak on it, you're straight. You get through it. Tomorrow's the 30th. So, I don't know, get out of your head. You gotta de-stress. You gotta do something. You gotta go hee hee ha ha some fucking more. Dead ass. Like, you need to go laugh. Play. Why is it so hot in here, bro? Oh my god, it's not freezing outside. It's not quite spicy. And if you don't have this, I'll turn the heat down and freeze to death. That's what happens every fucking time. We're going on the Scorpions. Leos and Scorpions are about the only people who just sound like what they are. I mean, an Aries doesn't exactly sound like a ram. You know, woo! So you have the Page of Cups, Hangman, upright, Page of Cups is in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like, okay, you need to really. Then I pulled Two of Cups in reverse. The world does not revolve around you. I need that to just be apparent right there. The world doesn't revolve around you, and it's almost like you put yourself in a situation that you're so deep in your head, not even your head, yourself, like ego, that you see nothing else. Like, you understand no one but you. There's nothing else. You're not willing to fucking level with anybody else on anything. It's always about your perspective on it, your feelings on it. You're losing friends. It's not anything you can't control. That's the crazy part. Like, what am I talking about? The crazy part. I'm getting 2 cards that represent self-love. What the fuck did I just say? We're a narcissist at this point, and it's causing you delusion and ego. See, it's causing you issues. You got the 5 of Wands upright. Because for life you can't figure out why things are going the same way they're going. It's because you're doing everything. It's all about you. There's no room for anybody else because you are so... You're selfish as fuck. Like, oh my god. Okay. Let's pull the Queen of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Wands. Alright. I mean, you're trying. I lied because I don't see any card here ended. You have Magician in reverse. What did I fucking just say? You can't move everything to go your way. You can't be manipulative and make things work like that. Woo! Damn. Your voice... So emotional. You don't want to change. You got Death in reverse. And then you have the Ace of Cups in the upright. Which means... You're trying. I said you're trying. I said no other card. It's funny how that just came about my mind. And here comes the card saying, I'm really trying. But you got to understand. You got to understand. It's almost like people that go to rehab. They have fucked their entire families up sometimes. They come out of rehab and they try to apologize and do all the things that you're supposed to do. when you get out, and then they realize how much damage they did in that moment. It's giving me very much that. So you're down here, and you might feel discouraged because everybody's going to be like, fuck you and that, because it's always been a thing. But like, you don't realize how it looked until you approach it, right? It's almost like me. Like, sometimes in the past, I've had people tell me that I'm intense. Okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. But then they really tell me, like, sometimes, bro, I don't know how to swallow the pill that you're giving me because it's a little large. Feel me? So it's like, you don't realize that until somebody says something like that, because you don't yourself. And no, you should never change for anyone. Either you have one of two things. If this is disrupting the people that are around you, then you need to find people that accept you for that. And it's going to be rare that you find somebody that's going to accept you for being selfish and manipulative. It's not going to be a thing unless, I don't know, they're just into that. That's not a thing I've ever encountered being, but it is what it is. It is going to be a hard dig out of this hole that you're in right now, but you're going to have to do that, because I feel like everybody around you feels like you're trying to make them do things they don't want to fucking do. And it's crazy because I'm not going to diss Scorpios, but I haven't really met but one in my entire fucking life. Actually, I'm a lie, because there was a point where that was a thing, but that's not like that. I've never met a Scorpio that met me, because I'm a Sagittarius. We just don't, unless we come into an actual agreement, relationships don't last like that. Friendships, romantic or otherwise, because they're never going to hear me say anything, and I'm going to get tired of them talking all the time. And that's just kind of like how they are, unless it's just something that you check and understand that it is, you do. I try to explain, and it's just never, it's always like a process in their head instead of it just being a conversation. It's weird. What happened? Ew, we're moving on to Sagittarius. What the fuck happened? It's crazy because look, they're right behind me in the zodiac, and it's just, I don't understand how that sign's so different from mine. Okay, so we're going on to the Archer. If you would just not, that'd be so great. Thanks. But anyway, yeah. I gotta find some common ground. I don't know, give people leave to talk. This should be like, damn. It's not about you. It's never about you. Like, this planet, there's 8 billion motherfuckers on it. Like, why do you think that it moves the way you move? Structure, sometimes you have to lose, because not everybody fits in that box you create for them. Alright. Sagittarius. I'm all scared. Alright. Ow! Ew! 6 of Swords. In reverse. Oh no. Okay. Huh. That's cute. Okay, I see me. Alright. There you go. Alright, and we have the Page of Cups. Or the Emperor. Ooh, who's here? That's not for me. Those too many cards to pull out. I think it's cute. Alright, giving me very much. Getting it the fuck together. Like, you have the Ace of Wands in the upright. You got the 6 of Swords in reverse, but like, these are transitional periods. So you have self-discipline. Reading the things is kind of like weird. Like, but I needed that because me and the Knight of Pentacles aren't friends. I don't know who that is. So I have to read what I'm reading. But it makes sense. It's almost giving me like the Hierophant. Like, you got to do things a certain type of fucking way to get to where you need to go. Like, it has to be kind of by the book. It is very much structured. And you're finding that. And in that structure comes clarity, like you're figuring things out, and then you get opportunities and stuff like that. I hate when I say that. Stuff like that. You get opportunities and things that come along with you finding this inspiration, because it's almost like it's the same thing that I was saying. Like, I don't remember who I was reading at the moment. I think it was Cancer. No, Gemini. You're putting out something. You're putting out this energy. You know, like you are who you are. You're a very creative individual. 9 times out of 10, because Sagittarius are always fucking creative in most cases, to some extent. But you're putting that out there. At the same time, you're not, because you're not ready for any of the things that you're trying to manifest at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to better this and you want to better that. And I'm speaking from, because I'm a Sagittarius. You want to better this and that, but you're not exactly giving anything to work with. Like, I could be saying, hey, I want to work as a CNA, yet I haven't even tried to go get any of my licenses or anything I need to do to even get to that point ever. Like, I work at like a home health aid thing, but I didn't really necessarily have to have any credentials for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing the things, but you're not doing the things. You're telling the universe you want something, but like, there's this joke. What is it? My best friend talk about all the time when we're talking about manifesting things, where there's this person asking God, like, hey, please let me win the lottery, please let me win the lottery. And then eventually God's just like, are you gonna buy a lottery card? Like, I can't give you something out of nowhere. Like, you're gonna have to play the lottery first. That is what I'm giving. This is what I'm giving. This is what I'm reading right now. Then you have wow, I feel personally attacked. Hey, Sagittarius, we need to start saving fucking money. I mean, like, in a way that's like investment material. Get it together. Because we've been through too much. Okay, this is giving me we've been through too much. Like, there's been too much going on, and you've seen too much. It's like it's motivating you to do what you need to do, but at the same time, it takes a lot of fucking trauma with me, or a lot of fucking push and shove and things that keep happening for me to get truly tired of anything, because I'm so used to things being fucked up that I don't realize that it doesn't have to be that way. Feel me? So it's like, that's what we're giving right now. So you're King of Cups. Remember I said take your emotions out of it? That. It is very much an emotional thing. But I don't, no, it's the Queen of Cups. This, it's like, God, it's like the same thing. Like, I'm telling everybody the same shit. Like, you may feel like there's indecision there. Like, there's all this shit that you want to do. Or, like, for example, I really like to write. But it really takes something to get under my skin for me to find it in me to start to scribble down some shit. Like, it has to be like a podcast episode or something like that. Like, it's something I truly want to talk about, truly want to write about, truly pissing me off or making me very, very passionate. Sometimes that's not always a good thing, because then you bring in certain emotions like anger and that, and it makes you like super focused or hyper focused on one direction or one thing. Come up out of that. Like, come up out of the emotion of certain things, because I understand. Trust me, I understand when you're very emotional about a topic, or you're very emotional about a path, or you're very emotional about this. But the way we're set up as Sagittarius is, we're very passionate anyway, but we heat up just as fast as we cool down. So we could be very, very onto something. Like, we're straight at that. Like, what is this, that? Purple. We're looking at the color purple. It's always going to be purple. Paint the whole house purple. Then next thing you know, you realize orange was better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how the fuck we're set up. So it's just like, keep it copacetic and try to focus on getting shit together first, instead of just being like oh my God, this is what I want so bad. Just get it together. Like, we're going to have to start building the building before we can live in the building. We're not, like, we're flaky when it comes to ourselves. We're always there for somebody else, but when it comes to self, we act like we don't really exist. Because we don't have that fucking focus. Like, we're too busy being passionate about things. Like, sometimes, like, fucking, fuck that. It's not even really about the emotion. Like, okay, I was talking about Libra, you gotta take your emotion out of stuff sometimes. But, like, nah, bruh. We need to get it together first. Then we can start feeling some type of way. Like, not even. Oh, look at the fuck my Sagittarius in there. Like, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. But, like, I'm gonna build this house. Crazy part is, I don't know how to do that. So I get defeated. Then I go sit down. First of all, there's too many resources here in the Midwest for that. Second, motherfuckers are gonna train you. They'll show you, hey, how do you fix your roof? I'll show you how to fix your roof. Now you know how to fix the fucking roof. That knowledge is something that can never be taken away from you. All right, so we're moving on to Caps, Capricorns. I'm gonna pull these for y'all because that was weird. I didn't even feel them cards on my lap. Here we go with creativity problems. Once again, all right, so something telling me, like, the way this is set up, the Five of Swords in reverse, double upright, the Empress in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You need to go to therapy. It's creative block. There's a creative block there. There's a creative block here with the Empress. But it is reading very much. You need to focus on a goddamn healing process. Self-care. This ain't got nothing to do with anything. You might be, if we're going to read it romantically, you might be losing someone because of that. You might be losing someone because you have some sort of mental issue that you are not taking care of at this current juncture. It will be in your best interest to do so. So you could become your greater self. This could be a male energy. It could be a female energy. It doesn't really fucking matter, but how you got the Empress in reverse and the Emperor in upright? Feed me them cookies. Tell me how it tastes. How does that taste? What kind of voodoo is that? You want to carry yourself and figure out what the fuck's going on? We're not going to even get into this. I'm not even going to get into this. It's Five of Cups. Clearly, it's something about your past that's bothering you, but that's how really a lot of mental disorders tend to develop. There's some sort of past trauma. There's some sort of past something. The PTSD moment going on in the background. And this is how you're talking about it because it doesn't really matter. But someone's seeing it or it's affecting you in a very negative way. So I'm going to need you to figure out what you need to do to fix that. Because your best life is sitting there. But you're resisting the change to get to that. Let me watch this. You're wallowing in it. That's at the bottom of the deck. There's help there. It's right there. You're just not going to do that. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for everyone around you? The Magician in reverse. crazy. Go to fucking therapy. Do self-care. Soak in a bathtub. Do something. But you have to do something because it's going to fuck you up. That had me spicy. That whole situation had me so spicy. Like, just really had me so spicy. Next video is going to be a little bit better because I like this setting. I like my desk. I like where I'm sitting at. It's really nice. But there's a tripod I still haven't procured. That, and honestly, I don't really need it. I could just set my phone just how I set it. But I wanted to, like, sit all lazy and you have to see me, right? It's cool. But at the same time, it's like, yeah. I just wanted to look really nice. I don't want to do an intro. Maybe I'll just put like a little thing up there and have a little bit of music playing before the video starts. But no one's here for that. Like, I've only seen like maybe like 3 people that read tarot in my entire time I've been really looking at people that have actual intros. It's just like high collective. You don't need all that. It's not that serious. But I like the idea of some sort of photo. Wearing this many necklaces. Be like, oh no. Okay, I got it. Anyways, bye collective. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm not going to lie to you, like I said in the last video, and say I'm going to be doing things consistently. It's just a feeling sometimes, like, and here we are. Like, I'm in the middle of playing a video game. I feel like reading some tarot. Feel me? All right, y'all. Catch you on the flip side.